You've spent your whole life sacrificing, working hard, raising a family, and chasing the American dream. You did it all with one hope, that someday your golden years would finally bring rest, comfort, and peace. But now that you're here, what do you get instead? Doctor visits and medications, aches that won't go away, blood sugar checks every morning, and worst of all, your muscles are disappearing. Maybe you thought this was just part of getting older, but what if there's a little-known condition that contributes to muscle loss as we age? One that many people don't even realize they have. Over 50% of Americans over 60 are silently suffering from muscle loss, a condition called sarcopenia. And if you have diabetes, the risk doubles over time. Reduced muscle strength can make daily tasks harder, and in severe cases, it can lead to an increased risk of falls and even hospitalization. But there's one powerful food, a common and nutritious nut, that's supported by emerging research to help support muscle health and help you feel more energetic with age. Understanding this could be the key to better aging. That's why I'm sharing this with you today. So, don't miss this. Watch until the very end because I'll share exactly what it is, how much to eat, and how it's helping people with diabetes over 50 feel strong again, like they're 40. Go ahead and like this video, comment, muscle back, and subscribe now to support your body before age takes more of a toll. As a doctor, I always have to say, please talk to your doctor before making any changes. This video is for informational purposes only. 1. Brazil nuts. Are you trying to rebuild muscle after 50? Eating healthy? Exercising regularly, yet still feeling weaker by the day? The culprit might not be aging, but a tiny and often overlooked deficiency, selenium. Brazil nuts are one of the richest natural sources of selenium. Just 2 small nuts a day can be incredibly helpful for people managing their health after 50, especially those with diabetes, as part of a balanced diet. Selenium plays a central role in supporting your thyroid, and your thyroid regulates your metabolism. This is crucial for people with type 2 diabetes, especially after 50 when the risk of muscle loss increases. When your thyroid function declines, your metabolism slows down. The body stops generating enough energy to maintain muscle mass, which leads to fatigue, reduced strength, and poor blood sugar control. A 2022 study conducted by the National Institutes of Health found that consuming just 2 Brazil nuts daily for 8 weeks increased blood selenium levels by nearly 50%. This was accompanied by notable improvements in certain health markers among older adults with diabetes. However, what few people warn about is that Brazil nuts contain an extremely high amount of selenium, and excessive selenium intake can lead to side effects. That's why portion control is so important, especially for older adults. The key tip here, one that many people don't know, is to eat only 2 nuts per day. Selenium isn't easily flushed out of the body once consumed. If you regularly eat more than 3 Brazil nuts a day, you may experience symptoms of selenium toxicity, such as hair loss, brittle nails, a metallic taste in your mouth, indigestion, and even liver function issues, which is especially dangerous for older adults with weaker liver health. That's why precise dosage control is absolutely critical. The most effective way to consume them is to eat 2 Brazil nuts right after breakfast, when your body is best prepared to absorb micronutrients. If you've already consumed other selenium-rich foods that day, like tuna, eggs, or whole grains, consider reducing it to 1 nut to avoid an overdose. Also, choose unsalted raw Brazil nuts, as roasting can reduce their nutritional value. Store them in an airtight jar in a cool, dark place to maintain long-term selenium stability. Stick to this simple tip consistently, and you may experience benefits such as more stable energy levels, especially when combined with a healthy lifestyle. If you're surprised by the power of just 2 tiny nuts a day and you believe this information might help a loved one or a friend over 50, share it today. Sometimes the right small tip can create a major turning point in your journey to healthy aging. 2. Pistachios. Have you ever wondered about that tiny, beige-green nut, beloved in American snack bowls, that holds a surprising benefit for heart health and blood sugar control? Just a few months ago, an article in the Harvard Health Letter stirred quite the buzz in the medical community. Pistachios, once underrated, may actually be a green weapon against muscle weakening in people over 60. So, what makes such a small nut deliver such a big impact? Pistachios are rich in the amino acid L-arginine, about 0.6 grams per 28 grams serving, which is roughly 49 nuts. L-arginine is key to improving blood circulation and enhancing oxygen and nutrient delivery to your muscle groups. Better circulation means faster, stronger muscle recovery and reduced muscle loss, a major concern for people managing diabetes after 50. Beyond that, pistachios provide nearly 6 grams of protein and 3 grams of fiber per serving, helping to stabilize blood sugar levels after meals. Additionally, 90% of the fat in pistachios is unsaturated, the heart-healthy kind that helps lower bad cholesterol without spiking blood sugar. A 2023 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that eating 25 pistachios daily for 6 weeks improved insulin sensitivity and enhanced muscle recovery after exercise in individuals over 55 with type 2 diabetes. This is a significant finding, suggesting that this small nut may play a practical role in supporting natural diabetes management over 50. But I know for a fact that many people are not eating pistachios the right way to unlock their full benefits. Here's how to do it. Pair dry roasted, unsalted pistachios with a tablespoon of raisins after lunch. When eaten together, the protein and healthy fats in the pistachios combine with the natural sugars in the raisins to create a powerful blood sugar balancing effect. A survey among older adults showed that applying this tip for 4 weeks improved post-meal blood sugar stability by 23% compared to those who ate pistachios alone. That's because raisins provide a modest glucose boost to stimulate natural insulin production, while pistachios slow sugar absorption thanks to their fiber and healthy fat content. The result? No more sharp post-lunch blood sugar spikes, the time of day many people with diabetes feel tired, dizzy, or sleepy. At the same time, the protein in pistachios helps rebuild aging muscle tissue, which is essential for preventing muscle loss. To try this tip, simply prep a small jar with about 25 unsalted pistachios and 1 tablespoon of raisins and enjoy it right after lunch. Avoid salted or flavored varieties, as they can affect blood pressure and digestion. Eat smart, eat enough, and eat it the right way, and you'll start feeling the difference in just a few weeks. If you found this information helpful and someone over 50 came to mind who might benefit from this simple trick, go ahead and share it with them today. 3. Walnuts. Are you ready to discover a nut with a brain-like shell that's hiding surprising benefits for memory and your nervous system? If you've ever looked at half of a walnut, you might notice it resembles a miniature brain. But what truly surprises me is that what lies inside that shell can serve as powerful fuel not only for the brain but also for your muscles. This is especially true for those over 50 living with diabetes and starting to feel the effects of nerve and body weakening. Walnuts are one of the few nuts that contain high levels of omega-3. Just 7 walnut halves per day, or about 14 grams, deliver up to 2.5 grams of omega-3. This healthy fat doesn't just reduce inflammation throughout the body, it plays a powerful role in muscle tissue regeneration and helps prevent muscle loss. As muscles weaken, blood sugar control becomes more difficult, but when your body receives essential nutrients like omega-3s daily, muscles are better able to recover, making it easier to support and manage diabetes naturally over 50. On the TV show The Doctors, Dr. Travis Stork shared a compelling real-life story. Diabetic patients over 60 who ate 7 walnut halves every evening for 8 weeks experienced a 37% improvement in nerve reflexes. That means sensations in the hands and feet became sharper, legs felt less numb, and physical reactions became quicker. These small changes could be the difference between starting your morning walking confidently or needing help out of bed because your legs won't cooperate. But here's the important part one needs you to pay close attention to. While walnuts are incredibly beneficial, improper storage can cause you to lose up to 40% of their precious omega-3s without even realizing it. Most people store walnuts in kitchen cabinets where exposure to light and temperature changes can cause the oils to go rancid, creating a sharp odor and reducing their nutritional value. So, here's my simple yet powerful tip. Store walnuts in the freezer, inside an airtight container or a vacuum-sealed bag. The cold temperature helps preserve omega-3 levels, prevents oxidation, and ensures you get the full benefits for your nervous system and muscles. I know what you're thinking. Freezing nuts sounds odd. But trust me, it not only keeps their nutritional value intact, it also makes healthy habits easier to maintain. Just keep a small bag of walnuts in your freezer, and each evening, take out a few halves, let them sit at room temperature for 10 minutes, and enjoy them as a light dessert. Not only are they delicious, but they also help improve sleep thanks to the natural tryptophan in the nuts. 4. Almonds. Ready to guess the next nut? It has a shiny brown shell, is round and plump, and is often described as the buttery gem of the tropics. The image of an older adult taking a morning walk while munching on a few almonds from a small pouch is a familiar one in the landscape of healthy American lifestyles. But did you know this tiny nut has been quietly helping millions of people better manage their blood sugar and preserve precious muscle that age and diabetes slowly strip away day by day? Almonds are not just a snack, they're an incredible natural magnesium powerhouse. In every 28 grams of almonds, about 23 nuts, you'll find 76 milligrams of magnesium. Magnesium is an essential mineral for muscle function. When your body is low on magnesium, muscle cells become easily fatigued and cramp, eventually leading to muscle loss, a condition particularly common in older adults living with diabetes. According to Dr. Carolyn Dean in her book, The Magnesium Miracle, magnesium deficiency is one of the primary reasons diabetic seniors experience faster muscle decline. Muscles don't just help you walk, stand, or carry light loads, they also play a major role in burning glucose and keeping your blood sugar stable. In other words, the more healthy muscle mass you have, the easier it is to support and manage diabetes naturally over 50. That's why I always emphasize, don't underestimate the role of magnesium in your daily diet. Now, here's the key tip I want you to remember, a simple habit with real, visible benefits. Eat about 12 almonds, or roughly 14 grams, in the morning, 15 minutes after sun exposure. Why after sun exposure? Because early sunlight helps your body produce vitamin D, and vitamin D is the key that helps magnesium absorb better into your muscle cells. When you combine both magnesium from almonds and vitamin D from sunlight, your muscle retention can improve by up to 38%, as noted in a study conducted at the Mayo Clinic. And I have to say, that number is truly impressive. You don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle. Just keep a small jar of almonds in your kitchen. Each morning, after getting 10 to 15 minutes of gentle sun, sit down and slowly eat your 12 almonds. You can chew them slowly, sip a glass of water, and make it part of a peaceful morning ritual that helps you start your day with energy. Several friends of mine have followed this tip for the past 6 months, and they've told me that not only has their blood sugar improved, but nighttime cramps, muscle fatigue, and soreness while walking have significantly decreased. Hearing that truly moves me because these are the kinds of changes everyone over 50 deserves: strength, independence, and peace of mind. Your daily nut guide. Now, you might be wondering, where do I start? Don't worry, I'll guide you on how to use each type of nut at the right time, in the right way, and in the right amount, so you can help your body become healthier each day, little by little. You don't need to memorize anything complicated or overhaul your diet. Just include each type of nut at the appropriate time as follows. In the morning, start light but nutritious. With your breakfast, eat 2 Brazil nuts. They're rich in selenium, a mineral that helps repair muscle tissue and supports thyroid function. Then, if possible, get some morning sunlight for about 10 to 15 minutes. That would be perfect. Right after sun exposure, eat 12 almonds. At this point, the vitamin D your body just synthesized will help absorb the magnesium from the almonds more efficiently, aiding in cramp prevention and muscle protection. End your morning with a light snack of 5 to 6 macadamia nuts and half an apple. This is a great way to stabilize blood sugar, curb hunger, and prevent midday muscle loss. At noon, after your main meal, you can eat 25 pistachios. This nut is high in plant-based protein and helps slow down sugar absorption. Around 3 p.m., have another 5 to 6 macadamia nuts with some grapes. This is an ideal snack to keep your energy steady until dinner. In the evening, add 7 walnut halves into your salad along with some berries. The omega-3 fats in walnuts will improve sleep quality and aid in muscle recovery after a full day of activity. After dinner, eat 24 pistachios as a light snack to curb nighttime sugar cravings. And finally, about 2 hours before bed, eat 11 almonds. This is a crucial tip to support overnight muscle recovery, especially for those dealing with muscle loss due to diabetes. Step by step, nut by nut, these may be small changes, but they can make a big difference if you keep them up daily. Are you ready to give it a try? Frequently asked questions. I know that once you hit 50, not everyone can eat nuts. Many of my friends have allergies and feel lost. But don't worry, if almonds or walnuts don't suit you, you can still go for pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, or chia seeds. They provide great alternatives for selenium, vitamin E, and omega-3s. 3 crucial nutrients for maintaining muscle health and naturally stabilizing blood sugar after 50. I've also heard many older folks say nuts are too expensive. And yes, they're not cheap. But if you buy in bulk at places like Costco or wholesale markets, then divide and store them in the freezer, you can make them last longer while preserving their quality. And if you're on medication, especially thyroid meds or blood thinners, remember to eat nuts at least 2 hours apart from your medication. Being cautious can go a long way in keeping you safe. Comment below if you're serious about supporting diabetes management naturally over 50 and want to protect your muscles from disappearing day by day. This video isn't just a list of healthy nuts. It's a science-based, practical roadmap to help you fight muscle loss and manage blood sugar naturally, safely, and sustainably after age 50. Remember, according to the CDC, people with diabetes over 50 risk losing more than 30% of their muscle mass within just 10 years. And once it's gone, it's extremely hard to regain. If you ignore the simple tips shared in this video, you're not just losing your strength, you're moving closer to mobility issues, serious falls, and potentially full dependency on others. So, starting today, begin with the smallest steps. Just a few nuts per meal eaten the right way, at the right time. If you stay consistent, your body will reward you with long-lasting strength, health, and independence.